A very good morning. This is the third video on the chapter Nationalist Movement. So we are going to discuss about civil disobedience movement. The failure of Simon Commission, the resolution taken at Lahore session made Gandhiji to start another mass movement, and that mass movement was civil disobedience movement. In between, British had passed a law that was known as salt law, by which people could not make salt from the sea water. Earlier, people in the sea source were collecting the sea water and were making salt. Salt कैसे बनता था? अगर एक समंदर के पानी को लोग इकट्ठा करते थे सी सोर्स में और धीरे धीरे जो है पानी evaporate होता था and the salt content was remaining, and this was a source of income for the poor people, but the British imposed a tax on making of salt. So Gandhiji thought of fighting against such law, and he started a movement, and that movement came to be known as Salt Satyagraha. Also with Salt Satyagraha, civil disobedience movement started. So Gandhiji on 12th March 1930 started from his Sabarmati ashram with 78 of his followers, and he was to reach Dandi, a coastal town, where he had to disobey the salt law by making salt, and it was 240 miles जो डिस्टेंस था. तो 12 मार्च से शुरू हुए एंड 6 अप्रैल में दांडी पहुंचे एंड दे मैन्युफैक्चर्ड सॉल्ट. ओके, सो thousands of people joined him on the way. Schools, colleges, offices were boycotted. Shops selling foreign goods were picketed also. In north-west frontier India, Abdul Jafar Khan, who was popularly known as Frontier Gandhi, led the movement. When British saw that people joined in large number, they thought of arresting the leaders, and they had another plan. They called for a meeting, and that came to be known as Round Table Conference. Now British told all Indian leaders should come to London to have a meeting to decide what they wanted. So it was in 1931 Gandhiji went to attend the Round Table Conference in London, but it had no result because British were not ready to listen to Indians. So Gandhiji came back in 1932 and restarted the civil disobedience movement. Finally, this movement was withdrawn in 1934. Under Gandhiji's leadership, mass movements continued in India to fight against Britishers. At the same time, revolutionaries played a very important role in India's freedom struggle. Now, who were the revolutionaries? Those people who thought that India was not going to get independence simply by adopting non-violent methods. So they believed in violence. They thought that British were to be driven away from India by adopting violent means. So they were known as revolutionaries. So we will discuss about some of the revolutionary movements in India. The first notable revolutionary incident was Kakori conspiracy case. Now, what was it? At a particular place called Kakori, the Indian revolutionaries thought of looting the train which was carrying the British, treasure. So, of course, these treasures were from the Indian people which the British were looting. तो ये किसने बनाया? HSRA, हिंदुस्तान सोशलिस्ट रिपब्लिकन आर्मी. दिस वाज अ रिवोल्यूशनरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, और इसमें जो लीडर्स थे राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल, चंद्रशेखर आजाद, योगेंद्र शुक्ला एंड अदर लीडर्स, दे प्लान फॉर लूटिंग a train at a place called Kakori, but unfortunately this could not be successful. Another party, Jugantar Party, was formed by the great sage and the great leader Aurobindo Ghosh to fight against the Britishers. At Lahore, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad and Rajguru, they assassinated the British officer Sanders, who was indirectly responsible for the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. Then A bomb was thrown in the Central Legislative Assembly by Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. This was a very daring act. कि ये जो रिवोल्यूशनरीज थे वो जैसे हमारे अभी पार्लियामेंट है वैसे ही पार्लियामेंट में उन्होंने बॉम्ब फेंका और सरेंडर भी किया और बताए भी कि हम ये कर रहे हैं बिकॉज वी वांट independence of India. So for this they were hanged in 1931. So this was how the sacrifices were made by the revolutionaries for the cause of freedom. Some revolutionary groups were formed outside India also. इंडिया के बाहर में रह के भी ये रिवोल्यूशनरी ग्रुप्स इंडिया के लोगों को इंडियन रिवोल्यूशनरी ग्रुप्स को हेल्प करते थे टू फाइट अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिशर्स. दे वर इंडिया हाउस, इट वाज मेड बाय मदन लाल धिंगरा, गद्दर पार्टी बाय लाला हरदयाल and Berlin party by V.N. Chattopadhyay. So these were the various revolutionary activities which intensified the freedom struggle. After the civil disobedience movement, the British government wanted to pacify Indians, so it came up with the Government of India Act of 1935. Under this act, the head of the central government was still the Governor General, who was looking after the important aspects of administration. A federal court was also established in Calcutta, but this act did not pacify Indians. So a mission was sent in the year 1942, which came to be known as Cripps Mission. This Cripps Mission was specifically sent to India under Sir Stafford Cripps. Sir Stafford Cripps was heading the Cripps Mission. So this mission was sent to pacify Indians. और इसके ऑब्जेक्टिव था टू एनलिस्ट कोऑपरेशन ऑफ इंडियंस इन सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर बिकॉज फ्रॉम 1939 second world war started. So this mission wanted India's cooperation in the second world war, and Indians also wanted that if Indians would cooperate Britishers in second world war, it should get self-government and complete independence, but the mission rejected, so this mission failed. So finally Gandhiji decided to give a final blow to the British government, so he started Quit India movement on 8th August 1942, and the objective was immediate independence. क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट का ऑब्जेक्टिव था अब ब्रिटिश को भारत छोड़ना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. सो थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल जॉइंड गांधी जी. जैसे बाकी मूवमेंट में भी पिकेटिंग्स होता था, फॉरेन गुड्स वर बर्न डाउन इन ह्यूज बोन फायर. सो ऑल दिस वाज डन. स्कूल्स, कॉलेजेस, ऑफिसेस वर बॉयकॉटेड, एंड as usual, the British government waged brutal repression on Indian leaders and the Indian people. One of the prominent leaders and freedom fighters of India was Subhash Chandra Bose, who was instrumental in formation of Azad Hind Fauj or Indian National Army. He joined hands with Germany and Japan, the enemies of British, to give freedom to India. He gave the slogan, "You give me blood, I will give you freedom." He reorganized Indian National Army, which was initially organized by Mohan Singh. INA and its officials, they hoisted the tricolor, but were arrested and tried. So he was a great son of India who gave up his life for the freedom of India. The next topic we are going to discuss about is Cabinet Mission of 1946. After the Second World War, the new Prime Minister of England was Attlee. He was a man of liberal ideas and he belonged to Labour Party. So he now wanted to give independence to India. So sent a mission called Cabinet Mission to India. And the objective was to form an interim government. Interim government क्या होता है? For the time being, government was to be there. जब तक Indians अपना government नहीं बनाते हैं तो एक interim government रहेगा. But Muslim League was not ready to accept for interim government. It wanted a separate state of Pakistan. So this is the end of chapter 14. So we will discuss about the partition plan and the final factors leading to independence of India. So till then, bye bye.